Hello everyone, and welcome to our restorative practice. So today we will be digging into a nice, relaxing, grounding, yummy restorative practice. So we'll get started seated, just getting ourselves nice and grounded in here. Just bring your hands, place them on your knees, palms down or palms up, whatever feels right to you. Reaching the crown of the head towards the ceiling, relax those shoulders away from the ears. If you gotta give them a little roll first, do that. And we'll just begin by gently closing the eyes or just having a gentle gaze down to the feet, to the floor. And we'll just start by connecting here, mind to body. So just starting to become aware of your body. Notice any sensations you may feel. Notice any feelings in the body, anything that comes up for you. And we just begin to transition our awareness inward now, bringing ourselves to a state of presence, bringing ourselves to our practice so that we can reap all the benefits. And so today, as we come into our restorative practice, we want to turn on that self-compassion, that self-love, that self-nurturing energy. So let's just start here with a little guided visualization. Just bringing the energy, so bringing in that energy, so bringing in a memory of a time where you felt so nurtured and so held and so loved. So just allowing that memory to come to mind. Just bringing that feeling in, that feeling of being held, a feeling of being loved. And then we're going to take a nice deep inhale. Just allow that feeling to come in a little deeper into the body. Nice deep inhale. And a nice slow and controlled exhale. And just allow yourself with every exhale here to start to sink a little deeper into a relaxed state. So we'll just take one more of these nice, slow and controlled breaths. And then we'll just allow our breath to return to its natural state. So we'll just let the breath be just as it is. And now we're going to find our first restorative posture here. But before we get started, so we'll get ready. We'll get our props ready beside us. So if you've got a pillow, get that ready beside you. If you got a blanket or eye pillows, grab those and just keep them close by your side so they're easy to grab when needed. So just grab anything, blocks, any pillows, any blankets. And then we'll come so that the soles of our feet are on the mat. Bringing those palms behind us, the fingers facing forward, knees are bent, and we'll just start by windshield wipering the knees from side to side. And remember, no control on the breath here, just a gentle breath that just is in its natural state. We start to really slow the mind down, we slow the body down, we move into this nurturing energy, nurturing of ourselves. And now we're going to come back up, sit tall here, just roll the shoulders. Straighten those legs. Inhale to open up the arms, nice wide arms, and then on the exhale, let's bring those arms in and give ourselves a nice hug. Hug yourself in. And release and shake out those arms, shake out the legs. I'm just gonna let go of any last little tension we might have in the body, so just shaking it out, just gently shaking the body. And we're going to start by bringing a pillow or a bolster behind our back. And just let your upper body fall down onto that bolster. We're going to let the arms land down on the ground by our side. And then for the legs, we have options. So the knees can teepee together and those feet come out wide. You can go there if that feels right to you. Or we can open up those legs, bring the soles of the feet together and let the knees fall. Or if you have blocks or books, you can place those on the outsides of the knees. Or if you'd like, you can straighten those legs. So just doing whatever works for you. Just do what feels right to you. Just allowing your body to sink in here. So just finding that most comfortable position there where we're in that heart-opening restorative posture, allowing the heart to gently open up. And as we move into that restorative pose, I'm going to talk a little bit about the power of restorative yoga. So when we practice restorative yoga, what we do is we allow our bodies to feel held. So we use all the props we can to support our bodies. So we want to feel held and supported so that we can then allow our body to melt into the space. So quite often when we go to sleep at night, we still hang on to tension. We hold on to tension and we sleep in that position all night. And so in restorative yoga, why it's so powerful is that we consciously allow our bodies and our tissue to completely relax. So coming into this posture, keeping that in mind, we're just going to let everything go. So just allow the body to start to feel heavy. Invite in this heaviness to the body as we settle into this posture. Inviting in that heaviness. So if you need to scan the body with your mind, just beginning with the crown of the head, moving through the body all the way to the fingertips and the tips of your toes, just nudging every part of your body to release. And sometimes if we need a little help, we can slightly tense up that body part and then relax it in. So we want to feel heavy like a sandbag. And we let go of any thoughts, any tension in the body, anything, any residual. Just let the tissue settle in here. We hold that deep space of compassion so that if thoughts do come up, if judgment arises, we meet it with compassion and understanding. We notice it, we bring it into our awareness, we allow it to come into our awareness, and then we just let it dissolve away. And so this practice of restorative yoga is about letting go. It's about letting yourself go and sink in. And when we are able to find that sweet spot of relaxation, we allow our bodies to repair at a deep cellular level. We invite in this energy of restoration in the body. And we allow ourselves to heal. And the other gift in restorative yoga is we start to create this space of deep self-love and honor. And we start to teach ourselves how to truly take care of ourselves. So just letting yourself really settle in here. Let yourself feel held and supported. And perhaps if the mind wants to go somewhere, if it wants to observe a certain part of the body for a moment, just bring your attention there, just gently, just bring a gentle awareness to that part of the body. And just invite in a softness. And as we take these times of deep restorative yoga, these times of self-love, we really develop that relationship with ourselves. We build a trust. And so not thinking at any time here, I'm wasting my time here, laying here, but because these practices are actually extremely powerful. And the more often you come to your mat, you start to learn different ways to be able to let yourself settle in and let go. And I like to call it the sweet spot. Get yourself to the sweet spot and just settle in there. And just holding that space of love and compassion. And just allowing whatever comes up to come up. And sometimes people fall asleep during restorative yoga, and just know that's perfectly fine. Your body's doing exactly what it needs to as you hold this space and allow it to do what it needs to instead of rushing places and doing things. Your purpose and intention is to relax, to restore, to unwind. And so now, before we make any movements in restorative yoga, I like to take a nice deep inhale just to signal the body will be moving. Everything we do here is going to be very gentle. So if you're lying with that pillow or bolster behind your back, just roll over to one side and release the bolster out. Just push it aside. Now we're actually going to flip onto our bellies. So coming into a tabletop position, I'm going to grab the bolster or the pillow and place it under your belly. And just allow yourself to come down here, and you have options here for supporting yourself. You can place another bolster or pillow beneath your ankles. You can place a blanket or something, a small pillow, or you can use your arms to rest your head. And just allow the front body to settle in here, finding whatever position works for you. And about halfway through, I'll cue you to switch sides with your face. So just landing on one cheek here. And again, just starting to invite the body to settle in here. And knowing too that if this or any other restorative posture doesn't work, make adjustments and find what does work for you, working on finding that sweet spot. And so we begin to really settle in here. Again, inviting that heaviness, that feeling of melting into the space, just inviting that softness in. And just let all the tissue in the body release. And there can be a power in the connection of the heart to the earth, to the ground. And just allow yourself for a moment to feel that connection of the earth to the heart space. And if the mind wanders again, just reminding yourself, this is time for me. This is time to restore. So just noticing the thoughts as they arise and just allowing them to dissolve away. So we bring ourselves back to that sweet spot. If any areas of the body come up for you as being uncomfortable, just making little shifts, little movements to get yourself back into the sweet spot. And again, just letting that breath be. So there's no control of the breath here. We just let the body and the breath do its thing. And perhaps throughout the practice, you want to bring back that memory, invite back in that feeling of being nurtured and loved, feeling held. And whenever we take time for ourselves, whether it be, a massage appointment or energy work or any type of me time, when it's finished, we always think to ourselves, I need to do this more. And so it's interesting how when we're in the moment, when we're in it, we're so appreciative and we have so much gratitude for the time we've given ourselves as a gift. But then life gets in the way and we sort of drift away from those moments. And so bringing the practice of restorative yoga in, even, once a week or so, reminds us of the importance of really truly caring for ourselves. And now just taking a nice gentle breath in, turn your cheek to the other side. Take a moment here to just check in and see if there's any shifts you need to make in your body. Inviting back in that softness. And that tender, loving care that we so deeply deserve. And just taking a moment here maybe to bring forward a little bit of gratitude for the space you've created to allow yourself to sink in here. And gratitude to your body for being able to create such a beautiful space of love, self-compassion. Now I'll invite you to take a nice deep inhale here and a nice slow and controlled exhale before we make a move here. So moving from the belly, we're going to just come up into tabletop again and just set aside any bolsters or anything you've used for this. And we're going to flip back onto our back now. So just slowly making your way to your back. We're going to come into a Shavasana position, so just allowing those feet to move out to the outer edges of the mat. Just let the hands relax. And if you feel drawn to do this, you can grab a bolster or a block or even an eye pillow and just place it on your pelvic area. So just there, just placing that there. And now we'll settle in here into our final restorative pose. And so again, just inviting in that softness. Inviting the body to completely relax, release, and restore. Giving yourself permission to relax at such a deep level. And again, if the mind decides to wander, just noticing the thoughts that arise and just allowing them to float away. And a nice visual I like to use when I do this, when any type of practice of meditation or mindfulness, is just to visualize as the thoughts arise in the mind. Just visualize I'm sitting next to a stream. And as the thoughts arise, I grab a leaf, noticing that thought briefly, then place the thought on the leaf. And then I allow the leaf I drop it onto the stream and I allow it to float away. And I actually watch as it floats away all the way until I can no longer see it. Just noticing in the body if there's any areas of tension still hanging on, and just allow those to release. And I'm going to leave you here in this final pose of our restorative practice. And you stay here as long as it feels right to you. From my light to yours, namaste.